still wants to act like it's his company.
Yep.
And things like that bite him in the ass, like not disclosing Saudi things, or like firing your 2 senior people just in a day off of a whim because you got upset one day and you're like, well, you're fired.
Well, he runs it like a presidential office. He's got a chief of staff. He's got this entire cabinet of people. He is the end all be all, and everything he does is right in his eyes, and that's all that matters.
Well, every now and then it comes to bite him in the ass, and they're going to end up settling out of court, I'm sure, and these guys will probably get most of their money back, and WWE will remain a multi-million-dollar business and go on.
Yes.
So that brings us to the comings and goings, talking about going on. And WWE has announced that their first ever talent tryouts in South Africa will take place from Wednesday, April 29th through Saturday, May 2nd in Johannesburg. In a press release, Triple H said, South Africa is renowned for producing tough, uncompromising athletes proven by the hugely dominant performance in the Springboks rugby team last year to become world champions. I want to bring those same dynamic, powerful, and entertaining qualities from South Africa's best male and female athletes to the WWE.
Don't do it. Just say no.
It's a trap.
WWE.
It's a trap.
It's not good.
But maybe we'll get something shaken up and get some new talent out of this.
Yeah. I mean, it's good for the company as a whole. I just don't feel like it's good for the people it affects directly.
Right,
Which
exactly.
is kind of the important thing here. Get this, Fat Mack. Former
What?
New England's Patriot tight end Rob Gronkowski, and boy, does he have one tight end.
Wow.
Well, he's signed a contract with WWE and will make his official debut on the March 20th episode of SmackDown. Wrestling Observer Newsletter noted Gronk is also scheduled to appear at WrestleMania 36, and that appearance will lead to a future match for the 3-time Super Bowl champion. But that Gronk is not scheduled to wrestle on the grandest stage of them all this year.
Maybe no one will.
Maybe he'll be the only one to do it. Buy the WWE Network for $9.99. Find out. Well, Gronk is expected to wrestle at least a few matches under his WWE contract. It's likely that he will wrestle at the SummerSlam pay-per-view in Boston from the TD Garden, which is where he played his entire NFL career with the Patriots. Gronkowski is no stranger to the WWE universe, a vocal pro wrestling fan and friend of WWE's Mojo Rawley. He appeared at WrestleMania 33 back in 2017 to help Mojo with the 4th annual Andre the Giant Memorial Battle Royal.
You know, the thing in this that amazed me the most is that there was already a 4th annual Andre the Giant Battle Royal 3 years ago.
Yeah.
It's like, holy buckets, they're almost going on a decade of that. It seems like it's a new thing, but...
Too bad it's not more prestigious, huh?
I don't know anybody who won it. I know Big Show won it the first year, and now I'm reminded that Mojo
Strowman's won it once, I think.
Did he? Or did we want him to all the time and he didn't?
No, I'm pretty sure he's won it once, and I think Roman's won it one time, maybe.
That doesn't even make sense, but yeah,
no,
he wins everything.
Yeah, he's Roman Reigns.
This is cool, though. This is, it's going to piss people off who don't want these part-time celebrities coming in and taking paychecks, but at the same time...
If he only wrestles a few times, that's fine, I guess.
And it's going to bring not only more eyes to WWE, but it's going to bring more mainstream publicity to it, and the word's going to get out more. Ron Gronkowski is a huge name. So, and he's a legit fan. I'm okay with it when they do these things, you know? I'm okay with it. You got to have a little bit of middle ground.
Yeah. Yeah, it can be good. I don't know that I enjoyed Gronk the last time he was on WWE programming, but if it's limited, it can be entertaining.
Yeah.
You shouldn't make him be Mojo Rawley's friend, though. That's not good for his career.
Might be good for Mojo's, but didn't do nothing last time.
Right, yeah.
He had the rub from Gronk and the Memorial Battle Royal win, and where is he now? I don't know. Oh, Paystee. Well, before we get into some of the bad news, we got some more good news, some really good news, actually. After 30 years of riding the roads and taking bumps worldwide, Dr. Luther has signed his first ever national U.S. contract this week, and that being with All Elite Wrestling.
Yes!
Dr. Luther is said to have impressed a lot of people in AEW over the past 4 months and was rewarded with a contract for not just in the ring work, but also in the office as well.
Insurance package.
The 51-year-old from Calgary was trained at the legendary Hart Dungeon under Stu Hart and spent most of his career in Japan, but has also worked indie promotions here in the U.S. He also made some appearances for WCW and ECW in the past, but that was just as enhancement talent. He previously worked the Nightmare Collective heel stable before that was scrapped and made his AEW in-ring debut on the February 28th edition of AEW Dark, defeating Sonny Kiss.
Yeah. Sonny Kiss, I don't think he's won one singles match yet. It's really sad. He's entertaining as hell, and he's only ever been on Dark.
Yeah.
He might have been on the main card in a tag match towards the beginning. Don't get me wrong.
Yeah. This is good. We like it. Good for Dr. Luther. Good for AEW. Like you said, he's going to be in the back office, so he's going to get actual benefits, insurance, and a 51-year-old pro wrestler could probably use insurance at this point.
Yes, especially from the era he hails from.
Yeah, especially in Japan. Strong style, anyone?
Yeah, these days, 51, you're still going, probably.
Yeah.
In your prime, Chris Jericho. Ow, ow! He's looking really good. I used to say he was looking kind of chunky. He's looking really good now.
He looks good when he flexes, but the last pay-per-view they had, there's a side-by-side shot of him posing with a Hulk Hogan pose with his arms up and Hogan posing with him down, and it's like you can see as soon as he bends over, bloop bloop bloop, he looks a lot like me. But when he's not bending over,
cave in and his gut comes out. I think it's the funniest because his tits cave in. Whoa.
But when he's not bending over, he looks like I could never look. So I'm still not dogging the man. I'm not at all.
And you have to have the extra weight backing up that Judas Effect elbow.
Yeah, you do.
Can't be a cruiserweight and expect that to be a finisher. It's time to talk about the hurts and the squirts as we get into this week's injury report and a news segment. But that will be as time comes. According to the Wrestling Observer, Razor is currently out with a torn right bicep injury. The author of Pain suffered the injury when taking a crossbody from Montez Ford during an 8-man match on Raw. He caught the crossbody, but then his bicep went out. There is no reported timetable for Razor's return so far, but it's possible Razor will not need surgery to repair the tear. Even so, he will still be out for a few months if that's the case. If he does need surgery, though, he will likely be out of action for 6 to 8 months. Oh,
that is not good for the AOP. They're really kind of getting over right now.
Yeah, but the AOP is also part of Seth Rollins' faction, so to be down one right now is probably okay.
Well, you say to be down one right now is probably okay, but do we know that Akam, they might pull Akam.
Yeah,
they've done that a lot in the past, when... I don't know. I'm not watching, so I don't know exactly what it's doing. I know I kind of like the stable when I see pictures of it, and I think it's good that these guys are getting the rub.
Hey, the names Akam and Razor, do they make you think of Ninja Turtles 2?
Razor? Oh, yeah. Coca and Razor, of course. They're actually from a poem, though. I found that that has something about, I think it's Akam's Razor. Or something. Akam's Razor is what it is, and that's actually where we got the name from.
That makes sense.
Yeah, it does, but when I first heard it, like you and many other 90s kids, I first thought of Toka and Razor.
Yeah, so that's what I think about them as every time I see them. I can't not. And they fit they're the perfect shape for it.
Right.
They fit the mold.
And isn't Buddy Murphy is the other guy in the
No, Murphy is.
Or what? Okay, yeah. Sorry, my bad.
He's not your buddy, pal.
He's the other guy. Yeah, that's kind of a neat collection. It seems like Vince is getting back into his factions kick, and I like factions. I'm a fan of them.
Yeah, and hey, with him being out on injury, they could decide to push one over the other, and I would be okay with that.
Yeah,
they're okay together, but they're still just a tag team, and they're not like a good tag team.
And we don't know. We haven't seen what they can do on their own a whole lot, at least.
Yeah, which is probably not much. They probably need a mouthpiece, but you got Seth Rollins. So if he starts putting Akam up in his matches or something, it could be good. It could work over well.
It'll be interesting to see what comes, because it sounds like he's going to be out a long time no matter what.
Yeah.
Somebody who's probably not going to be out too long is our good friend Rob Van Dam. He noted on Twitter that he's missing TV this week due to a rib injury, noting he suffered a broken rib while wrestling in Qatar.
His girlfriend and her girlfriend.
Right. I don't know what the whole deal is with Qatar. Something was going on there. All I know is the last 83 weeks that I was listening to, which might have been a week or two old. I don't know. I stay completely up to date on it.
Might have been 83 weeks ago.
Might have been. Eric Bischoff sure was dropping the Qatar bomb all over. He'd be talking about something and he'd be like, yeah, I didn't get to hear it right away because I was in Qatar. And then like a little bit later, he'd be talking about, yeah, I had extra time while I was in Qatar. And then, I ran into my good buddy there in Qatar. And I was just,
so you could say he was doing a Qatar solo.
But not solo, with many people. I don't know. But then I'd seen the thing with Rob Van Dam, and I'm like, what the hell is going on in Qatar? I never looked it up. So that I really should have. But
journalism at its finest. And that's why we have a 2-line news story.
Exactly.
Warning! 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 This is a quarantine zone. Brand new segment, and we can only assume it's going to be a repeating segment for the next...
for the next 2-3 weeks.
Yeah.
Before everybody's back to their normal life.
Right. Hey, Trump promised April.
April, baby. April.
Woo! The COVID-19 pandemic continues to have a major impact on the world of professional wrestling, and now the first pay-per-view event has been canceled due to the outbreak. On Tuesday, Ring of Honor announced that their 18th anniversary pay-per-view, originally scheduled for tonight in Las Vegas, and their past versus present event on Saturday have been canceled due to the coronavirus pandemic. Ring of Honor noted that the additional details on the schedule changes will be released soon, including details on refunds and rescheduling of the events.
This is a bummer. Not only was it a segment on our show that we just lost.
This could be a deadly knife to many promotions, having to refund everything and lose out on events that they've already had scheduled.
Oh, it's not going to be good. And I was super stoked. Not only did I want to watch the 18th anniversary show, but I was more stoked for Saturday's past versus present event that had old school ROH originals taking on some of the current day roster. It looked so fun. I love the nostalgic stuff.
Is that where the Briscoes fighting each other?
That would have been on the past versus present. Yeah,
that makes sense because they are the past and the present.
I know. I love that. When I first read it, I was like, "Why are they having this as the main event?"
So which one's left, Twix?
Oh. Right. Exactly. Oh, yeah. And folks, that's just the beginning of this segment that I think has 17 different stories in it. So bear with us, but WWE issued a statement yesterday that said they will have backup plans in place if WrestleMania ends up canceled by local officials. Notice they keep saying by local officials. They're so ready to pass the buck on this
Saudi Arabia, here we come. You wanted a WrestleMania? You're going to get one.
So the statement reads,